Here I am standing on the reclaimed land. The reclaimed to a point. We have graffiti on here, as you can see, right? And we have the plastic and a real mess of alcohol and beer bottles and cans and all of the crap that's thrown across. This national park is almost standing with migratory birds, which will very soon will disappear. As you know, the airport's actually built on the marshland, with Ryanairs being anchored here for cheap flights alone. They fly to some 30 destinations during the summer. For definite, this marshland, just like the Donana out in Spain, the estuaries, will very soon disappear. And that happens with the build-up of all those holiday homes right on the far side, which did not exist back in 1989, my first visit here. And to see the devastating impact on the ecosystem by building up so much on the edge, plus the airport that has expanded to a point in the summer peaks, it can bring in at least 100,000 passengers into the area, and people just come here. All they can see is something called the eco estuaries and lagoons, and of course the boats will take them in and out here with large as 18 capacity, and they will damage and break up the reef and the sand system that is actually on the edge of the Atlantic coast. Have a look at these plastic and bottle. The consciousness of the human beings have fallen down to the monkey's level, as even though we haven't evolved in any way, shape or form, it is almost close to breaking point of the estuaries, because they are building dams up on the two major arteries on the western section of Portugal, falling down to the Atlantic, and to the eastern section bordering Spain. Now, there were no barriers and borders lining the dam projects and the power dam hydroelectricity projects that has been built up the rivers, the river stream that brings in sand that drops into the ocean, then pushes through the storms and currents onto the edges of these 4 or 5 islands that are up here. On top of that, you will see some homes that are built on these islands. Now, when you build something, you got to drive in the foundation. When you drive the foundation, what really happens is, this is a very beautiful ecosystem with the high tide and the current coming in from the Atlantic Ocean. These islands move in and out all of the time. Yet, by building houses, as you can see on the far, that's actually on one of the islands. That all happens from 1974, the breakup of the ruling government here in Portugal, that led to some sort of imbalance of government, law and order and such. People who lived in Faro went out to the islands as fishermen, lived out there for maybe a week or so, then start building shacks. Those shacks, over a period, got upgraded into becoming more solid founded homes, which is one there. So with this, all in all, the explosion of tourism, the the high building of highly built areas of the Cornish, we are looking at not more than 1 or 2, 3 years to go. And with this menace and human consciousness falling below a possible human terms, we are looking at one of the most beautiful ecosystems disappearing from our lives very soon. There are hardly any creatures, hardly any life left on these estuaries anymore. It is truly a sad and a very real situation for the eco balance. Can you hear the sound? Where are the birds? Ryanair is taking them away. Thank you for money. When you make money, economy and ecological life needs to be in sync.